Alright, we're going.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Hashem. Double honors to the apostles. And salutations, brothers, doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and charity. Alright, it's going to be basically a response video to the video of some another camp did, man. You know, hey, kid, can you grab Romans 16 and 17?
Gotcha.
Oh, sure.
This is Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Right. So it's our job to mark those people that teach things contrary to the truth, man. All right? Because look, the Lord set up men that teach the right way. And then there's a bunch of false teachers out there, plain and simple. That's what scriptures teach us. All right? So it's our job when somebody comes up with some weird doctrine and make it known to the rest of the brotherhood. All right? So the sheep don't stumble at their madness, man. So the video is called Reincarnation is of the Devil, Missiles that Want West. And it's by HonorandHumilitySTL. That's the name of their YouTube channel. All right? And really, they said it's of the devil. They calling Yahweh Shai the devil, man. All right? Because Yahweh Shai teaches reincarnation, man. Hey, this is Matthew 11. You know? So, hey, y'all know what I'm saying? Wicked Pharisees, they say Yahweh Shai was the devil's boy, man. This is Matthew 11 and verse 12. Now, you grab Matthew 17. This is Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. All right, that's talking about Israel suffering. You know, the Roman Empire was fucking us up. All right, we're the kingdom of heaven. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. All right, now everything is in the book, and that's how we prophesy now. It's in the book. All right, this doesn't mean there's no prophets on earth. It's no open visions. All right, we get it through the scriptures. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias, which was forced to come. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. Hey, so guess what? If you're saying reincarnation ain't real, and you're saying that Yahweh Shai is a liar, man. When you say this is a doctrine of devils, you're saying Yahweh Shai is a devil. Point blank, period, man. You got the Matthew 17?
Yeah. It's Matthew 17 and 10. 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then his disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist.
There you go. That's reincarnation right there. Elijah came back as John the Baptist. John the Baptist was born, like a regular baby, conceived by seed. All right? And that was Elijah. That was Elijah, man. All right? So explain that. Is that not reincarnation right there? So you're saying Yahweh Shai is the devil, man, if that's what you're saying, that reincarnation is the doctrine of the devil, man. All right, you're going to be held accountable for those words. It says every idle word that man speaketh, man should be held accountable for. So you have to deal with calling our Lord a liar, man. And like I said, they belie the Lord, like it says in Jeremiah 5.
They belie the Lord, man. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 16, 2 and 18. Who concerning the truth have erred, saying that the resurrection is past already, and overthrown the faith of some. Okay? So basically teaching against what's already put down, man. Teaching against what's already put down and overthrowing the faith of men, man. And the scripture says we have a sure word of prophecy, man. Whether you would do good to take heed, man. You would do well to just listen, man, to the real prophets, man.
That's right. That's right. This is 2 Maccabees 7. This 2 Maccabees 7 and 14. So when he was ready to die, now this going to these young men that was put to death for keeping the laws, right? So this guy, this brother got tormented and was ready to be put to death, right? So this is 2 Maccabees 7:14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men to look for hope from the Most High to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. And what's the resurrection? It tells you in Revelation, all right, I believe it's the 20th chapter, all right? So like, let me just double check now. It says blessed and holy. Yeah, Revelation 20th chapter. All right? Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection, or such the second death have no power. So, and what's the second death? These nukes coming. So that means these men to be here when those nukes came. They said they're looking forward to the resurrection. They're looking forward to getting saved from nuclear missiles. And even Ezra said it. He said, woe unto me will save me in those days. You know, what is that, 2 Ezra 16? Yeah, let's get that. Let's grab that. 2 Ezra 16 and 17. This 2 Ezra 16 and 16. Like as an arrow which is shot up a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Talking about the nukes. Even so, for the most part, because there will be plagues. But the last plague is the nukes. That's the second death, that fire, right? Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me who will deliver me in those days. He's looking at the future, the fall of this Babylon right here. And he's asking to be saved in those days, man. Just as in the 2 Maccabees, he said he had hope to be raised again. He had hope to have that, be part of the first resurrection, man. When that second death comes, which is the nukes. The first death was the flood. The second death was the nukes, man. All right, Israel had to understand the reincarnation, man. So you saying Ezra, all right, Ezra is the devil. At this point, you ain't just saying, so you think you're just talking against men, and you're talking about holy men. All right? One West, Mister, no, you understand the scriptures, man. You didn't just call one West man was the devil. You call Yahweh Shai the devil. You call fellow prophets the devil, man. Hey, guess what? The prophets are back. Ezra said he's.
I got one for you. This is Job 19:25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the later day upon the earth. And we're in that later day, man. I don't know if they went up there and told your ass that. And though after my skin worms destroyed this body, that means that your axe to axe is dust to dust, as to speak, right? Dead physically. Yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh. Okay? So if you die, then how you gonna see him again in the flesh? The scripture says flesh and blood, so not inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. That's right. So how does that break down then, man?
Right. He says he's gonna see him with body eyes. What verse stopped at?
I stopped at 26. Whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another. Do my reins be consumed within me?
There you go. So he's just going to, though this body dies. All right? Can you grab 2 Ezra 14:35? Though this body dies, the worms going to consume it, my reins going to be, everything going to be gone. Hey, but with my own eyes, I want to see my Savior when he comes. How is that? This reincarnation, man. This is the place you come live out your judgment. Hey, Ecclesiastes 12, all people goes to the Heavenly Father. It tells you that, man. We all die, whether it's rich, poor, wicked, or righteous. We all go to the Heavenly Father. All right? So when do we get tortured, man? When do we get judged? And that's on earth, man. Real quick. This is clear.
I got a couple scripts. All right. This is I'm gonna start with Hebrews 9:20. It was 9 and 27. It said, "And as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment."
Right. So.
Go ahead. No.
And you live on earth, you die, and you get judged according to what you did. That's why some people are born. Explain why some babies are born blind, born with cleft lip, and that's Job 4:7. You know, it tells you what it says. This is Job 4:7. Remember, I prayed that whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? So explain why why some are born blind, all right? Some born retarded, some born and get put to death right away. All right, explain that, man. This is John 9:1. And as Yahweh Shai passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. He was born blind. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin? This man. Why would they ask him, did he sin to be born blind? They already understood reincarnation. Just we're reading about the other prophets and men the Lord mentioned, man. All right? And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? All right, the scriptures tell you don't suffer for the sins of your parents. All right? You don't suffer for the sins of your parents. So with that being said, so we put in captivity for no reason? We definitely in captivity. And if it was no reincarnation, that means the Lord, he lied again. According to y'all breakdown, that's not the case. We're the same people that was back there during the time of Moses. We gave the law. All right? He told them, he said, hey, you should go home and you shall get these curses. So that means these men got them cursed, like Jeremiah 17:4. Thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage. When did Jeremiah lose his heritage? When did he go through that? He suffered for us. Hey, we all suffer for our own sins. Hey, it's plain Hebrews when it said Yahweh Shai died first for himself and then for the people. What did he sin? That he didn't sin as Yahweh Shai.
Luke 1:7. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
There you go. Damn.
Hey, so the same prophets that was in the garden during the cool of the day was the same prophets. Hey man, they did. It's just like, hey man, the Lord did a hit, and every time he does a hit, he gets the same guys to do the job, man. Why? Because they're made to do that job, man.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just like you've been robbing banks your whole life, and you get that one team together, man. Because, hey, you trust that team. That's the team that you set up to do that job, man. You know?
It's Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun of the place of judgment that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness that iniquity was there.
Right. So that goes into, hey, you see him reading that?
I was going to say starting at 15. Slide.
Come back. Hey, come join us, brother.
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead, can I read what he asked?
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. So like I was reading 14. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh required that which is past.
Yep, that's the spirit. That's right. Now he said he required. Come in and join us.
Right.
And he said it's all good. He said he required that which is past. All right. So hey, you live, you die, you come back and receive your judgments, man. All right. It's that simple. That's what they call the circle of life.
Yep.
It tells you that in the answer. It says his judgment is like a circle. It's like a ring. All right. So Lord required that which is past, man. That's why we got put in this captivity. That's why Esau's going to get fucked up, because they have throughout their lifetime they haven't gotten judged. All right, and this was our time to deal with our punishments. What we did for sinning in our past, man. So we got put in captivity. Ain't because our forefathers did it. We are our forefathers, man. It's because we did it. It's that simple, man. That's judgment. You get judged on earth. So if there's no reincarnation, that means there's a lot of Edomites that get away scot-free when they pass, man. They just spirits go back to the Heavenly Father and it's cool. That's bullshit. No, man. We all come back in our lots, man. This is Revelation 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. And you can't. And the proof of this type of reincarnation is because everybody that's calling to this truth, we're called to repent. So that means at one point we were going off. When we was in the world, we was counted as unjust. So it ain't about that. It's talking about whatever lot we had in our past. If we come back, we have those same lots. The wicked comes back and the righteous comes back, and they perform the same. And it's Daniel 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. So Daniel was told he's going to come back in his lot. All right? And this is Numbers, and this is the heathen right here. This is Numbers 24 and 16. He hath said, which heard the words of the Most High and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. Future prophecy. I shall behold him, but not nigh. So look, he ain't gonna be an Israelite. He's not coming to the congregation. Everybody's gonna. Hey, that's oh yeah, get to Revelation the first chapter. All eyes shall see Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
So even Balaam, all right, even Balaam is gonna see Yahweh Shai, man, but not near. And it wasn't talking about this time. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy the children of Shem. And it goes to the destruction that's coming upon these heathens, man. So Balaam prophesied about being here and seeing Yahweh Shai, man. All right, you got the revelation. Every eye shall see him.
I got one real quick, man.
Yeah, I got it. Slack. This is Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So the men that pierced Yahweh Shai is back now too. And they will be here when Yahweh Shai returns to receive their judgment. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him, even so Amen. Which means so be it.
Well, I see this one bullshit ass movie, I forgot the name of it. It was a division that played G.I. Jane. It was basically about, I guess, Cesare Borgia being reborn, and she was a bitch to give birth to him. And supposedly they had some Roman centurion, but he was a Catholic priest. And he was alive all that time. But basically they trying to say that the nigga that pierced him is still alive. You know what I mean?
He's been alive for
all this time. And it was one when you see the movie, when you see the movie, one of the Catholic priests looked at me and says, no, I don't remember his name, but he's like, whatever his name, Richard, Tommy, Richard, that's you? The dude was like 80 something, but he looking at him and he like young as hell, and he like, but no, the resemblance is remarkable. He's like, no, I don't know you. But that's the thing. So, hey, I guess you guys got to go with that then. Y'all need to make that a part of y'all doctrine, man. Otherwise, you ain't gonna be able to break down what we read, man. It doesn't fit. It don't make sense. I got one for you real quick. It's Matthew 19:28. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you that ye which have followed me, right, the disciples, which became apostles and prophets, in the follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So how's that going to happen, man?
Because the leaders of the people are back.
This is Revelations 10. I'm going to just get to the point, verse 11. And he was talking to this is John the Revelator, and he said to John the Revelator this. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many people, and nations, and tongues, and kings. So how you telling him he's going to prophesy against all these different nations if he wasn't going to be here?
Right, because he was on the Isle of Patmos. He was exiled. He was going to die there. He told him he's going to prophesy to many nations again. That's right. And because all our leaders are back, like the brother read in the regeneration, we was to wake back up to be an Israelite, man, to get ready to get this first resurrection. The Lord was going to bring his prophets again, man. And this is 2nd Ezra 1 and 59. And I'm starting 38. Slack it, man. That's 3. 2nd Ezra 1 and 38. And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that come from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, Joel, Obadiah, Jonah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord. All just like the Lord told Daniel, he's gonna be back in his lot. All the prophets are back in their lots, man. Preaching his word the right way, directly and correctly, man. Teaching you the truth, giving you the true doctrine and understanding, man. To say no reincarnation of scripture is a piece of shit. Once we get that 2 Corinthians 14:35, it's not you can. You just if you against that, you're just a fucking liar. Bring it up. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 3:16 once again. And moreover, I saw under the sun of the place of judgment that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness that iniquity was there. And what's the place under the sun? It's the earth, man. You know that's the true place of judgment. And then we got second measures, what the brother wanted me to bring out. Second measures 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Plain.
I got one real quick. This is Acts 24:14, because basically, we dealing with all these spirits coming back, man. This is Acts all over again, really. We're gonna have to dispute with you motherfuckers again, man. Those scribes and Pharisees is back. Those Sadducees is back. They all back now. So hey, let's do it again then. All right, it's Acts 24:14. But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so I worship the power of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and in the prophets. See, that's the problem, man. We're believing in the scriptures. We're not shunning to declare the whole gospel, man. And have hope towards Yahweh, which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and the unjust. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense towards Yahweh and towards men. So, hey, man, our conscience is clear, man, because we're bringing that out, man. We're bringing that out, man. I got one more. This is Acts 23:5. Then said Paul, I wish not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. It's what you motherfuckers are doing, man, whether you know it or not. But when Paul perceived that the one part was Sadducees and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of Pharisees. Of the hope of and resurrection of the dead am I called in question. And when he had so said, there arose dissension between Pharisees and Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but Pharisees confess both. So that's all it is, man. The Sadducees coming back, man, and they're coming back with that same story, man, which don't line up with the scriptures, man, at all. So,
It's Matthew 1:1. The book of the generation of Yahushua, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Who was the son of David, man? Solomon. And who was the son of Abraham? Isaac. That was Yahushua, man.
The promise was made to King David that his son would sit upon the throne.
Yep.
And the promise was made to Abraham of his seed. Because Yahushua is Abraham, so like Yahushua is Isaac, all right, and Yahushua is Solomon. And he's Adam. He's the root and offspring of David. He's Adam, all right, and he's Solomon.
I had a precept. Then this gonna cut you, but this is part of the Ten Commandments, and he talking about reincarnation. This Exodus 20:5. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, which is serving other gods, nor serve them. For Yahweh, thy most high power, I am a jealous power, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, and to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So that means he's going to visit you into the third or fourth generation. You are them niggas back today. So you going to get visit.
Right.
and you bow it down to false fucking gods, basically, you created your own God. Somebody that don't have reincarnation in the Bible. I mean, I don't know what.
Right. Because the scriptures say that you will not be punished for your father's sins. So when that judgment comes, that third and fourth direction, that's you coming back. That's you getting your own judgment, man. Yeah. The Lord is just. He said it, man. He said he's fair. He's just, man. He said your ways are not just. So you think that's right. That's right. That's the water. That's what it says. Equal. Hey, you guys are living as if the Lord is out of balance, man. That'd be fucked up. Well, really Lord can do what he want to do, but he's so righteous, it would be fucked up if a baby was born with one arm, one leg just because. That would be fucking right. He had to earn that at some point.
This Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in him.
Right, those generational curses, man. Like that happens throughout the Bible, man. Let all his children be lepers. Let them always lean upon the staff, man. Hey, that's why you see bombs and shit. They never can get out their state, man.
With your blood right there, their whole line was with you.
Yeah.
The whole line up there with you.
Hey, the prophets, man, they did that to people. They put generational curses, man. Every time your ass come back, you're gonna be cursed, man. Hey, Cain. Cain started out as Esau. He came back as a motherfucker with the same mark, man. You know?
Then it's Luke 12 and 4.
Right, because it says cast to hell is going into being born with certain ailments and shit, man. The conditions you have to go through. All right? Not you being tormented in some pit.
No.
All right? Getting poked by the devil, man. All right? It means torment. All right? Plain. Okay, you said you get judged when you live again.
Yeah, it is. Yep. The judgment live again, the place of judgment is under the sun, which is earth. So it's that circle of life. Yeah. And this Luke 12 and 4, and I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. Once I can bring you back. And let you go through that stuff again and again and again.
Right. Like you see people born, it's a bitch that's living, it's a bitch the title video was the bitch who live in a bucket. I mean, don't say bitch,
man.
the woman who lives in a bucket. She's just a head. She is a bitch.
Yeah.
That's out of a curse, she has to be a bitch. Alright? I mean, it is what it is. The bitch just in the bucket, it's just a head.
The bitch in the bucket.
That she got to deal with. That's a hell of a curse. She can't do shit.
What is she out of?
How is she alive? What is her stomach there? What she eating? It don't make that Lord can fuck you up. That's the point. Because it don't make sense. The bitch ain't where's her organs then?
Where is any of that shit at?
Bro, what the fuck? Lord can fuck you up.
Talk about life hacks. That was a real life hack, boy.
So who said for her to go like that? Her or her parents? Right, yeah. You got something else in there.
They gonna get the hummer.
They got screwed.
Yeah, that's all.
You can read that second 435 one more time.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's good. They got screwed. And it's more precepts. I didn't bring all the precepts out. It's impossible for one, but it's still more precepts, man. All right, reincarnation is scriptural, plain and simple, man. You are your father, the devil, for lying on the Lord, man.
The second answer is 14:35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
There you go, because you return to your lot. It's that simple. You return to your lot. No matter what affliction you in, the wicked still gonna be wicked. No matter what the righteous go through, they still gonna be righteous, man. All right, each lifetime. And this last one is going to be made and established, man. So with that, all praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem.
All right, double honors to the apostles. And salutation, brothers, do this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abide the ball.